Screen is visible?
Yes.
Yeah. So today we are going to start module number 3, installing and configuring Zenab Zenderstorm site. So if you want to create a Zenab Zenderstorm site, we require to install Zenab Zenderstorm components. So that's very important. And so as we discussed previously, yesterday's class, the control layer products we need to install. So in the control layer, what are the products we need to install? License server, delivery controller, database server we should install. Okay, so now the first one, licensing. So the licensing models, we have a three types which is offered by Citrix. So you can take a license model from Citrix, user-based license, device-based license, concurrent-based license. So basically, the Citrix is a simplified delivering of desktops and applications to the user. So remotely. So remotely means the connecting session. The connecting session to the particular desktop and maybe particular application from Citrix server. Based on the session, so by user or maybe device and concurrent, they will be divided. So let me explain one by one. If the license is taken by company based on the user based example, user 1 is there and user 1 is connected from device 1 and device 2, only single license file they'll be used. So this is a benefit. Example, I'm taking some company, example IT company. So we have a software engineers, they're working from office and working from home. Example, company is sponsored, company is giving desktop on office, but during weekends even we need a support for a project. So the project, there's offering to the employee laptop also. So if user is connected at desktop, user is connecting from desktop, and maybe user is connecting from laptop, the particular server or maybe particular application. So even though user is connecting from the multiple devices, they'll consume only one license only, because even device 1 or device 2, user 1 only logging. So the user 1 license only they consuming. This type of models we called as user based license. Device based license means we are taking example call center, BPO. So they are providing some computers, the people, the employees are coming and they're working. Example, the call center is running 24/7, morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift. So morning shift people, once you're logging in, afternoon they'll be logged off. Afternoon people they'll be logging and night they'll be log off. And night shift people will be logging at night and early morning they'll be log off. So example, in a case, the call center, there are 300 employees are working. There are 300 employees are working, and each shift, morning shift, afternoon shift, and night shift, in each shift there are 100 employees are working. So guys, you can tell me, in each shift 100 people they are working, the round the clock, morning, afternoon, night, the 300 employees are working. In a company, how many devices you want? How many computers you need to purchase?
More than 200.
Why? Why we need to purchase more than 200? Can you tell me any reason?
People will be coming and logging in, right? So whenever like one shift is done and the next people will come and log into the same device.
Yes, yes. So we don't require 300 devices, right? So even 100 and plus, like 120 machines also fine. Yes or no? Example, the morning shift
Yes.
people are coming, they'll be log off immediately. Some 10 or 20 people are logged in. Understood? and again afternoon shift will be logged off in the during night, and night shift people will be coming. So honestly, we don't require 300 machines. Approximately 100 to 120 devices is enough. So now you can tell me each machine how many users are sharing in this project.
If it's 300, each machine will be shared by 3 people.
Yes.
One device is used by 3 people, sir.
Yes, per device there are 3 users they'll be sharing. So now can tell me, if you're buying a device based license, or maybe if you're buying a user based license, how many license we need to buy in this concept in the BPO call center?
If it's user based, we need to buy 300. If it's
Yes.
device based, we need to buy 120.
Yes. So if you're taking a user based license, 300 license we need to purchase, because of you have a 300 employees. In the same case, if employees are sharing the machine, there are 120 machines are there, so 120 device license we need to purchase. So which one is the higher cost, a device license or user license?
Device license.
Device license is better, yes or no, compared to user license. So you are also recommending to buy the device license. So in this diagram also they're giving same story. So a single desktop or laptop will be sharing by multi-user. So in this case we don't want to buy 2 license, only 1 device license is enough. Why? The both users cannot log in at the same time, yes or no? So only 1 user at a time they can log in, multi-user cannot be possible. So a single device license is enough to managing the multiple people in a different shifts. So this is called device license. Guys, the Citrix license server is providing user license and device license. That's well and good. That's really well and good. There'll be absolutely based on our scenario, either you can go with a user based license, either you can go with a device based license. But if a device based license or user based license, once license file is acquired from the license server, that license file is not returned. The license file is, even though I am not in use, that license file is not used by anyone next 90 days. See this example, multiple user sharing device. This is called a device license. User is connecting on multiple devices. This is called user based license. So device based license or user based license, when we are taking the license file from license server, whether I am using or not, that license file is not available in the next 90 days. So the wastage of license is more in the user based license and the device based license. Understood?
Repeat it, sir.
మీరు ఒకవేళ లైసెన్స్ని యూజ్ చేయకపోయినా, అంటే మీరు ఒక యూజర్ ఆ కంపెనీలోంచి వెళ్ళిపోయినా, లాంగ్ లీవ్లో ఉన్నా, ఆ కంప్యూటర్ ప్రాబ్లంలో ఉన్నా, సో మీరు ఆ లైసెన్స్ని యూజ్ చేసుకోలేరు. ఎందుకంటే ఆల్రెడీ ఆ లైసెన్స్ని ఒకసారి కనెక్ట్ అయినట్టు కాబట్టి ఆ లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్ అనేది నెక్స్ట్ 90 డేస్ వరకు అవైలబుల్లోకి రాదు. అంటే ఆ లైసెన్స్ని ఇంకెవరు యూజ్ చేసుకోలేరు. అది యూజర్ బేస్ లైసెన్స్ కావచ్చు, డివైస్ బేస్ లైసెన్స్ కావచ్చు. 90 డేస్ తర్వాతనే ఆ ఫైల్ అనేది రిలీజ్ అవుతుంది సిట్రిక్స్ లైసెన్స్ సర్వర్లో. ఆ తర్వాత ఎవరైనా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. మళ్ళీ కనెక్ట్ అయితే మళ్ళీ నెక్స్ట్ 90 డేస్. సో ఎవ్రీ టైమ్ వెన్ యూఆర్ టేకింగ్ ద యూజర్ లైసెన్స్ ఆర్ డివైస్ లైసెన్స్, that license is reserved for 90 days next. So the usage, whether not usage, if not usage, the license file is waste. Your company revenue will be down.
Sir, the device can be used by other people also, no sir?
Example, you are taking the laptop, okay? Example, in this case you are taking the laptop, okay, to your home. Unfortunately, somebody was theft that laptop. So yesterday you have connected, today morning only somebody came and they have theft the laptop. So what do you tell? So that device
Means my laptop was stolen. I will ask the duplicate license of that file.
Example, maybe some XYZ person using the computer, okay, using the computer, and he is admitted in a hospital due to COVID for 15 days. 15 days he is not using, he is a sick leave, that license is assigned to the computer. Now can tell me, what about 15 days? That's a wastage, right?
Yes.
Wastage only, right? So either employee problem or system problem, whatever it is, if user only main problem, right? If user is not using the machine, that completely the license file is waste. So that while license file is not used by next 90 days to anyone, it's completely locked state. But no problem. So if a Citrix administrator is identified unused license, they can release. ఒకవేళ సిట్రిక్స్ అడ్మినిస్ట్రేటర్ దాన్ని ఫైండ్ అవుట్ చేస్తే ఆ లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్ని రిలీజ్ చేయొచ్చు సిట్రిక్స్ లైసెన్స్ సర్వర్ నుంచి. కొన్ని కమాండ్స్ ఉన్నాయి, నేను లేదు అని చెప్పట్లేదు. దెర్ ఇస్ ఎ కమాండ్స్ ఆర్ అవైలబుల్ అండ్ దే కెన్ రిలీజ్ ఇట్. అంటే సిట్రిక్స్ ఇంజనీర్కి ఇదే పనేనా? రోజు రావడము, యూజ్ చేయను అని అంతా లైసెన్స్లు అంతా రిమూవ్ చేసుకుంటూ కూర్చోవడం, ఈయన పది ఇదేనా? is only is doing this work, who is not coming and who is not using that license file is taking and will be removing from the license server, and someone will be connecting daily this job, nonsense job, no, right? So options are available. Previously the same model we are used it. మనం ఇంత ముందుగా అంటే ఏంటి, Zenap 5, Zenap 6, Zendesktop 4, Zendesktop 5, అప్పుడంతా ఇదే లైసెన్సే, ఈ మోడలే ఉండదు. సో నా ద సిట్రిక్స్ ఈజ్ ఇంట్రడ్యూస్డ్ కాన్కరెంట్ లైసెన్స్ మోడల్. కాన్కరెంట్ లైసెన్స్ మోడల్ మీన్స్ ద యూజర్ వీ కెన్ కనెక్ట్ either desktop or application based on the session. The license will be taking from the license server, and once user is close the session, maybe that application or desktop, that license will be returned to the license server immediately. That license can be used by anyone. సో కాన్కరెంట్ లైసెన్స్ ఏం చేస్తుంది, యూజర్ డివైస్ కావచ్చు, అంటే డెస్క్టాప్స్ కావచ్చు, అదేవిధంగా అప్లికేషన్స్ కావచ్చు, ఎనీ డివైస్ ఎనీ యూజర్ ఎక్కడ నుంచైనా కనెక్ట్ అవ్వచ్చు. యూజర్ లాగిన్ చేసిన వెంటనే లైసెన్స్ తెచ్చుకుంటుంది, యూజర్ క్లోజ్ చేసిన వెంటనే లైసెన్స్ మళ్ళీ వెళ్ళిపోతుంది. సో instantly it will be doing this activity. We don't want to wait. It's continuously, it's taking the license and releasing the license. So now can tell me guys, which license is the best model out of 3? User license, device license, concurrent license?
Concurrent is the best.
Nowadays everybody, most of the companies, they'll be using concurrent. Okay, అందుకని నేను యూజర్ లైసెన్స్ తీసేసినారు, డివైస్ లైసెన్స్ తీసేసినారు అని చెప్పట్లేదు. ఎస్, ఇట్ ఈస్ దేర్. ఇఫ్ యూ వాంట్ యూ కెన్ యూజ్ ఇట్, అదర్వైజ్ యూ కెన్ గో విత్ ద కాన్కరెంట్ లైసెన్స్. మోస్ట్ ఆఫ్ ద కంపెనీస్, ఆల్మోస్ట్ 80 to 90% of the companies all are using concurrent license only.
I have a question.
Please.
So మీరు చెప్పారు కదా యూజర్ డివైస్ అండ్ యూజర్ డివైస్ మోడల్ 2 types ఉన్నాయని చెప్పేసి. So and you told the versions as well, like 4.0, 6.0. And is this a newer model or it's from before when the Citrix is available itself?
నాకు అర్థం కాలేదండి మీ క్వశ్చన్.
కాన్కరెంట్ మోడల్ అనేది లేటెస్ట్ గా వచ్చిందా లేదంటే సిట్రిక్స్
ఉన్నప్పుడు కాదు? Zenap 6.5, Zendesktop 5.5 ఆ వర్షన్ నుంచి వచ్చింది, అంటే 7 నుంచి వచ్చింది ఏం కాదు. మేము నేర్చుకున్నప్పుడు అనే కాన్సెప్ట్తో చెప్తున్నా. అంటే నేను వన్ చేసింది ఎంత, Zenap 6, Zenap 4, Zendesktop 4 ఆ వర్షన్లో పనిచేశాను నేను. సో అప్పుడు లేదు అది, అప్పుడు లేదు. సో నేను అందుకని ఆ మోడల్తో చెప్తున్నా. అంటే డే 1 నుంచి కాన్కరెంట్ లైసెన్స్ లేదు అని నా మీనింగ్, నేను చెప్పేది. ఓకే, గుడ్. సో నెక్స్ట్, so licensing, you can take 2 products, you know, right? So license, basically Zenap is separate, Zendesktop is separate, but when installation the same, no changes at all. Installation anta okatenandi. So when you're buying a Zendesktop license, so we have a 3 models will be there. If you're buying a license for Zenap, we have a 3 models will be there. మీరు జెండర్స్టాప్ కావాలనుకుంటే మీకు 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ వర్షన్స్ ఉంటుంది. జెనాప్ కావాలనుకుంటే 3 టైప్స్ ఆఫ్ ఉంటుంది. మీరు ఈ టైప్ క్లాస్ని కానీ మీరు అంటే ఈ లైసెన్సింగ్ ఎడిషన్ కానీ మీరు అర్థం చేసుకోగలిగినారంటే యు నో ఎవ్రీవేర్ యూ హ్యావ్ అన్ ఐడియా అబౌట్ కంప్లీట్ నాలెడ్జ్ ఆన్ జెనాప్ జెండర్స్టాప్. ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పే కాన్సెప్ట్ మీరు అర్థం చేసుకుంటే మీకు ఆల్మోస్ట్ 50% వచ్చిందని అనుకోవచ్చు. మీకు అర్థం కాలేదంటే మాత్రం యూ హ్యావ్ టు ప్లీజ్ ఆస్క్ మీ. ఇఫ్ ఎనీవన్ అండర్స్టాండ్ that would be fine. If you not understand, please immediately you can raise your hand, you can ask your questions relating to license editions. So why I'm giving this statement I'm giving here, because of in the market there are so many people are teaching, so many people are already experienced Citrix technology. మార్కెట్లో చాలామంది సిట్రిక్స్ ఇంజనీర్లు ఉన్నారు, సిట్రిక్స్ ట్రైనర్స్ ఉన్నారు. The people are not understanding well about the structure. They are giving a false information in the market. వాళ్ళకి అర్థం కాకుండా ఉండడం, వాళ్ళకి గమనించకుండా దే గివింగ్ అ రాంగ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ ఇన్ ద మార్కెట్. సో డైరెక్ట్లీ దే గివింగ్ ద రాంగ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్. అంటే దానికి ఏదో వాళ్ళు ఊహాజనితమైన ఆన్సర్లని చెప్పేసినారు మార్కెట్లో. సో నౌ ద పీపుల్ ఆర్ సఫరింగ్. జెనాప్ జెండర్స్టాప్ బోత్ ఆర్ సెపరేట్, జెనాప్ జెండర్స్టాప్ బోత్ ఆర్ సేమ్. ఇట్లాంటి డిప్లొమాటిక్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్ అంతా ఇస్తున్నారు మార్కెట్లో. సో ఐఎమ్ నాట్ యాక్సెప్టింగ్ దోస్ స్టేట్మెంట్స్. స్టేట్మెంట్ నెంబర్ 1, ఓకే, రూల్ నెంబర్ 1, జెనాప్ జెండర్స్టాప్ ఇన్ 7 version both are separate product but installed with a single application. Understand my point? Zenderstop 7, both Zenderstop and Zenap products are included with a single product, but both are separated. Zenderstop 7లో ఒకే సాఫ్ట్వేర్ని యూజ్ చేసుకుని జెండర్స్టాప్ని మనము క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు, జెనాప్ని క్రియేట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. రెండు ఒకటి కాదు, రెండు సెపరేట్ అని చెప్తున్నాను నేను మిమ్మల్ని. ఎందరికి అర్థమైంది, ఎందరికి అర్థం కాలేదు ఇందులో? హౌ మెనీ పీపుల్ యూఆర్ అండర్స్టాండ్, హౌ మెనీ పీపుల్ యూఆర్ నాట్ అండర్స్టాండ్?
Clear, Ramesh.
Clear? Okay.
Yeah, I got it. Yeah.
Fine. Example, before you understand this slide, go to the next slide. So basically, Zenap, we have a 3 editions. Zenderstop, we have a 3 editions. So overall, Citrix giving these are the facilities. These are the facilities are providing. Zenap published desktop, Zenap published app, VDI Windows, VM hosted apps, published Linux desktop, hosted physical desktop, server VDI. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, these 7 features are available in Citrix. Okay, so based on your budget, based on your project requirement, so which feature you are looking in your company, so you have to choose your version. We have to choose your version. Guys, I want to give some different answer today. Okay, so today I have a couple of showrooms I have called and I have get some information so for buying a car. So let me give you some information. So there is a company named called Maruti Suzuki. They're giving a car brand called Brezza. Okay, so this is a model of the car. Okay, this is the model of the car, Brezza. So there is another company is a Toyota. Okay, what do you called? In Toyota also there is a car is available. Okay, so this is a model. See guys, this logo is different and this logo is different. Guys, both cars are same. So now can tell me which car you want to buy?
Depends on consumer wish.
Huh?
Depends on user wish.
Yes, that's it. So as a customer, what you will look? Both are same, only logos are different and companies are different. Model is same engine, same fuel, same seating capacity, same infotainment system, same additional features, everything is same, no changes at all. So what you will decide it as a customer? So what you will decide, if you have a goodwill about the company of Maruti Suzuki, so because of there are so many cars are released in the particular company like Maruti Altos, Maruti 800 something. So you are believing that you will directly go to Maruti Brezza, you will buy it. And probably the Toyota company is giving some kind of warranty like that up to 5 lakhs kilometers. So if you are like that, you can go and buy the Toyota. So probably if you're buying the car in the Maruti, so probably price is a 20,000 or 30,000 lesser price. And if you're going with the Toyota, based on the branding, based on the warranty, they'll be charged additionally 30 to 40,000 extra. The same car you're buying. Understood? So nowadays they'll be prototype was giving to two companies. They'll be selling with the adding a logo and they're selling in the market based on the company history. So now come back here. So now previously Zenap is separate and Zenderstop is separate, guys. But in Zenap, advanced edition is there, enterprise edition is there, platinum edition is there, just like is a Maruti company. In Zenderstop edition, we have a VD edition, enterprise edition, platinum edition is there, just like is a Toyota. Okay. So now compared to this, these are the features, these are common features. So from Citrix delivery technology, these are the common features like application delivery, desktop delivery. So these features in some editions are not available, in some editions are available. So which is the edition to get all the features?
Desktop edition.
Desktop edition. And which edition? Enterprise. So that's it. Now you think about Zenap is separate and Zenderstop is separate? No. So Zenap is a delivering of mostly application and desktop delivery models also available. Even Zenderstop also we have a delivery methods are there. Based on the customer experience, based on the customer requirement, they will go and check the features, which one is the best for them, they'll be go and buy it. Example guys, the company they need only published desktop and published apps. Okay, so go to Zenap edition, advanced edition. So maybe you are delivering only VD emissions, you can directly go to Zenderstop VD edition only, very cheaper price. Maybe your company is very big and you are using all the solutions, you can go to enterprise edition. Understood? So based on the requirement, you have to buy the license. Yeah, somebody is asking question, please go ahead. ఎవరో క్వశ్చన్ అడుగుతున్నారండి, ప్లీజ్ గో హెడ్. Lokesh?
No, I'm good.
Okay. So this is a way the models are available. Now understood, right? Now can tell me anyone what is the statement? Zenap and Zenderstop both are same or different? Different, right? On what level of different is there? Based on
features.
Based on the features, that's correct. And Zenap, Zenderstop, the product is same. The installation product, that means software.
Yes.
For Zenap installation, Zenderstop installation only single software, no changes at all. No changes at all.
Changes.
Okay. So now
Yes.
let's go to the scenario. Example, you are working in some XYZ company. Your manager is asking, hey Lokesh, can you please deliver Linux server desktop as a shared resources? So at present in your company you are using Citrix technology and you are currently using the license model is XenApp Advanced Concurrent License Model. So what you will tell to your manager based on your answer about this question?
Let me create a Zen desktop for the user.
నో నేనేమంటున్నానంటే లైనక్స్ సర్వర్ డెస్క్టాప్ని పబ్లిష్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నా, నేను మేనేజర్. సో బట్ మన కంపెనీలో ఉండేది ఏంటంటే XenApp అడ్వాన్స్డ్ కాన్కరెంట్ ఎడిషన్ మాత్రమే ఉంది మన దగ్గర ఉండేది. సో XenApp అడ్వాన్స్డ్ ఎడిషన్లో లైనక్స్ సర్వర్ డెస్క్టాప్ని డెలివర్ చేయమని చెప్తున్నాను మిమ్మల్ని. చేయగలమా? అంటే మీరు ఏమని చెప్పాలి నాకు ఆన్సర్? నాకేం తెలియదు, నేను మేనేజర్ కదా, నాకేం తెలియదు. ఐఎమ్ నాట్ ఎ టెక్నికల్ పర్సన్. సో హౌ విల్ యూ సాటిస్ఫై విత్ యువర్ క్వశ్చన్? సార్ ఆన్సర్.
We can only create desktops, but we can't create servers.
ఎందుకు నాకు తెలియదు, చేయకూడదా? సిట్రిక్స్ ప్రోడక్టే కదా అది. అంటే మీరు మీ ఆన్సర్ ఎలా ఉండాలంటే నాకు నన్ను కాల్డ్ నేను అర్థమయ్యే విధంగా మీరు ఆన్సర్ చెప్పాలి. Anyone can tell me that answer?
Ramesh, actually we are using currently advanced license, advanced XenApp license. So in that we cannot publish Linux desktops. So we require the enterprise license to publish the desktops.
That's a perfect answer. Okay, that's a perfect answer. So what we'll tell, sir, we are at present we are using advanced one. In advanced one only XenApp published desktops and published apps only. So Linux desktop publish is not possible. If you want in the same XenApp edition, we have to go above enterprise and above version. Enterprise and above version అంటే ప్లాటినం కూడా తీసుకోవచ్చు. రెండిట్లో మాత్రమే నాకు ఆ ఫెసిలిటీ ఉంది, దీంట్లో లేదు అని చెప్పాలి. అర్థమైందా లోకేష్? ఇప్పుడు నేను చెప్పింది కూడా ఆన్సర్ కరెక్టే. నన్ను సాటిస్ఫై చేసే విధంగా ఆన్సర్ ఉండాలి. అంటే నేను ఇంటర్వ్యూర్ని, ఓకే, మేబీ ఎవరైతే మీ ప్రాజెక్ట్లో వర్క్ చేస్తున్నారో వాళ్ళు, అంతే. దట్స్ ఇట్. ఎవ్రీవన్ ఈజ్ థింకింగ్ సేమ్ వే, బట్ యూ హ్యావ్ టు గివ్ యువర్ ఆన్సర్ ఇన్ అ బెటర్ వే. దట్స్ ఇట్. Okay, now you understand very well, really good. So now we'll go for install and management of license server. We'll install and management of license server. So first thing is install license server and obtain license file, import license file. These are the three things we need to do. So on the control layer, we are going to install license server first. So now I'm going to connect my lab. So just open the VMware Workstation. So guys, those who don't know VMware Workstation, there is a piece of software from VMware company. So please download and install it. So probably I'm skip this VMware Workstation. Don't worry. So నేను కూడా బ్రౌజరే వాడతాను, మీరు కన్ఫ్యూజ్ అవ్వద్దు. నేను నెక్స్ట్ వీక్ మళ్ళీ మీకు మధ్యలో VMware Workstation ల్యాబ్ సెటప్ చేసిస్తాను. డోంట్ వరీ. సో నౌ ఐఎమ్ గోయింగ్ టు 151, 106, 62, 126. I'm logged in. And now go to root and password, entering. And click on machines. So in the last class I have created one machine.
Can you get the password even I'm joining?
Okay, no problem. So after the class I'll share with you. Okay, don't worry. Yeah. During the class, no practice. After the class, you please start practice. Huh? You can ping me and the personally with Shiva. He will share with you. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
So now, guys, first of all, we have a server name called lab dc. There is a server name called lab dc. There is a server name called lab dc. So first you have to connect this server, everybody. So when you are doing the lab, so everybody, you should connect to this machine. Understood? So once you double click, you will get the maximize the screen. And if you press escape, again will be small screen. Understood? So now once you double click, you'll get a full screen. Now go to the top toggle button, click here. So maybe cursor, go to action, guest, send keys, Control Alt Delete, Control Alt Delete. So now guys, everybody, we have to log in this machine by using a user ID called Citrix admin. So now go to other user, CTX admin, and password cloud@123 capital C. So guys, at present CTX admin ID is not created. Now I'm going to create ID for you guys. Everyone, you have to follow the same ID. So now I'm logging with the normal administrator account. So in DC, go to run dsa.msc. Basically is a domain controller. So here we are creating a user ID, but that user ID we are providing access to everybody. So guys, at present we are creating some user IDs. That would be fine, not a problem. Please don't use your ID. So all are using a single user ID that we are managing Citrix account. మనకందరికి యూజర్ ఐడీస్ ఉన్నాయి, దాన్ని ఎవరు యూజ్ చేయకండి ప్లీజ్. సో వాట్ విల్ డూ, we are going to create a user ID is a common ID that is called service ID. So every technology they will be following one service ID. By using the service ID only, they will be log into the server, they'll installing some services, they'll be configuring the services. Understood? ప్రతి ఒక్క ప్రాజెక్ట్లో కూడా సర్వీస్కి సంబంధించిన సర్వీస్ అకౌంట్ క్రియేట్ చేస్తారు. నేను ఆ సర్వీస్ అకౌంట్ ఎలా క్రియేట్ చేస్తానో ఇప్పుడు మీకు చూపిస్తున్నాను. Right? So now in Active Directory, in users, there is a username called administrator. This administrator, basically we have all features, all permissions we have by default. So this all features, if you want, what we need to do, right click on the administrator, copy the permissions. So it will get create a new user. So now what we will create, svc_citrix. This is a username I am creating. This is a username. SVC stand for Citrix. So now in the last name is admin. Okay. So SVC, we'll do one thing. So first name is SVC and the last name is CTX admin. This is the way I am providing. So SVC means service, Citrix admin. The username is SVC underscore and CTX admin. This is a username I am creating. This is a username we'll be creating. So now just click on next, and user cannot change the password. Password never expire. I am creating a common password, cloud@123, cloud@123. Next and finish. Okay, so now by using this ID, I'm going to log into all the Citrix servers. I'm going to managing the services going forward. Understood? You got
Yes.
it?
Yes, Manish.
Okay, 1 minute. So next, I'm closing the lab DC machine. Okay. Now I'm going to our server. Yesterday we have created. So today, yesterday one lady is joined, right? What is his name? Vijaya. Right? Vijaya, right? Vijaya.
Yes.
She joined today. Hello. Hello. Vijaya joined in Arandi. Wala call lo?
No, no, sir.
No, right? Okay. Okay. So I'll try to use her mission. Okay. So తను ఎలా లేరు కదా నేను తన మిషన్ యూస్ చేసుకుంటాను. So now go to virtual missions. Vij. So yesterday this mission I created, right? No mission created. No just separate. Okay. So 1 minute actually Prakash also created. So PRAXDC001. So now I'm using this mission to connect this. So this mission I'm going to log in with the local user account. Okay. Welcome @123. And second thing, I need to check VM tools is running or not. VM tools. Go to right click on the start button, go to run appwiz.cpl. No, he didn't install VM tools. So let me install VM tools also. Install it. And go to guest OS, VM tools. And this PC, VM tools. So installation is started. So next, typical next install. So once installation is completed, so I need to reboot the machine. ఎవరా ఎవరా ఏమన్నాడా అవునా సరే 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 ఓకే లేదు ఇప్పుడు కాదు టైం పట్టుకో So now just click finish and reboot the machine. Okay, so now I need to log into the machine. Go to action. Welcome @123. See here, VM tools, whether it is installed or not, we need to check, cross verify. Right click on start button, go to run apps.cpl. So VM tools is successfully installed. So this is the way you can check, or else even in the start button also, the up arrow key, you have to select this VM logo. So we can easily find out VM tools is installed or not. So next, so in the server manager, go to local server. So there is option called IE enhanced security configuration. This is the internet blocking connection. So just we have to please turn off it. Okay, we don't get any warnings. Closing this. Next, we have to disable the firewall. So the command is firewall.cpl, and public and private both firewall should be turned off. Intranet and internet both should be turned off, so that your communications get smoother. So normally in real time, even servers also will be turned off, and the communication, everything will be managing in the firewall. So in physical environment, they'll be taking firewall. In a AWS environment, they'll be, today morning only have discussed the topic. ఇవాళ మార్నింగ్ నేను AWS టాపిక్లో నేను దాని గురించి చాలా డీటెయిల్గా చెప్పాను. AWS operating system firewall, instance firewall. What is it? Hello? ఇవాళ మార్నింగ్ AWS క్లాస్లో నేను క్లియర్గా చెప్పాను, సో ఇన్స్టెన్స్కి సంబంధించిన పోర్ట్ కమ్యూనికేషన్స్ ఇలాగ చేస్తారు అని చూపించాను నేను మీకు. I've clearly explained how to create a port number 3389 RDP port number, how to create a 22 SSH port number. I explained very well in this. So what is that service name called in AWS?
Security group.
Yes, security group.
Security group.
So now you understand, right? నేను ఎందుకు మిమ్మల్ని ఆ క్లాస్లో కూర్చోమని చెప్తున్నాను దానికి. సో ప్లీజ్ అండర్స్టాండ్, నేనైతే ఫ్రీగానే టీచ్ చేస్తున్నాను దానికి. యు ఆర్ ఆల్వేస్ వెల్కమ్ టు సిట్ అండ్ యూ కెన్ లెర్న్ ఇట్. ఓకే, సో whenever you are moving to cloud environment, you don't have option to say no. ఒక ప్రాజెక్ట్ క్లౌడ్కి మూవ్ అవుతుందంటే మీరు నో అని చెప్పడానికే లేదు. వీ హ్యావ్ టు డూ ఇట్. మళ్ళా క్లాసెస్కి వచ్చి నేర్చుకోవడం అంత అవసరం లేదు. ఇఫ్ యూ లర్నింగ్ దిస్ కోర్స్ along with this simultaneously you're learning some main services in AWS, that's more than enough. You can easily manage, up to your wish. So now the next we have to change the computer name, and along with that join the missions to domain controller member. Open File Explorer and right click on this PC, go to properties. So this is the name is coming, we have to change the name. So click on change. Here the name you should change it based on your virtual machine name. What is this virtual machine name? PRA-XDC-001. And what is your domain name? lab.com, guys. Our domain name is lab.com. Our Active Directory name is lab.com. Click OK, and you will get a username and password screen. So here you have to type this username, svc_ctx admin. So everybody please note down this username, svc_ctx admin, and password is cloud@123, capital C. This is our domain username and password, svc_ctx admin, password is cloud@123. Click OK. The machine is successfully joined to lab.com. Click OK and close it here. Restart now. So now the mission is rebooting. And go to actions, go to guest OS, send keys, send Control-Alt-Delete. See here, guys, now you can go to other user and you have to log in with the svc_ctx admin, and password is cloud@123. So now I am logging with the Citrix administrator service account. So now what I'm trying to do, so first after logging in, so we have to check the firewall, because of after join the domain controller, so we will get a domain firewall also. So not only public and private, once the machine is joined to the domain controller, we will get a domain firewall also. So now turn off Windows firewall off, turn off Windows firewall for domain network, close it. Now close this window, close this server manager window also, not required. That's it. Now you can go to, action, edit settings. You are inserting the Xenap ZenderStop media. So that is available in the CD DVD under the data store. So guys, once your data store is selected, so what we need to do, select host device, save it. Now again go to actions, go to edit settings, again change to host device to data store ISO file. Now it will be getting this pop-up. So now I can go down, select the softwares, and what is the software? Citrix softwares, right?
Yes.
So what is the version we are installing now?
Xenap and ZenDesktop 7.7-15.
Yes, this is the one we are installing now. Okay, select this one. Xenap ZenDesktop 7.15 4000. So now you have to select this connect option, save it. Now we can go to File Explorer. This PC, now your CD will be available here. Right click, install, run your program from the media. Click yes. See, Xenap and ZenDesktop both option will be coming. So guys, see here, for delivering a Xenap, you have to please select this. For delivering a ZenDesktop applications and desktop, you have to select this. Guys, both are same. You can see here, if you click on start, so delivery controller, director, license server, storefront, studio, universal printing, federation services, self-service, session recording, virtual delivery agent option will be coming. So now just I'm cancelling. Now right click once again, run this program from one more time. I'm selecting now ZenDesktop, getting the same screen. Guys, no changes at all. అర్థమైందా ఇప్పుడు మీకు రెండు ఒకటే.
Yes.
So now you need to understand very clearly. So what service you are installing first now?
License.
License server. So click on license server. And you'll get some pop-up. So now you can please wait. See, this is your window is open. I have read, understand and accept the terms and condition license agreement. Next, the license server we are selecting and we are installing now. So for license server, these are the port numbers are very, very important. Guys, please note down this port number immediately. For license server port numbers, please note down. Whenever I am explaining, this port number explanations will be in next class. నేను నెక్స్ట్ క్లాస్ చెప్పేటప్పుడు ఈ లైసెన్స్ పోర్ట్ నెంబర్స్ గురించి నేను ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ చేస్తాను. సో ప్లీజ్ జాయిన్ అండ్ లర్న్ దట్. ఓకే,
Can you move the cursor, Mahesh?
అర్థం కాలేదండి?
Can you move the cursor?
ఓకే, ఫైన్. And each port we have some kind of responsibilities and we have a different purpose we are using. So going forward we will learn, don't worry. And the port numbers will be configuring automatically on the firewall. Anyhow, firewall is already turned off, no worries. Now it start installing. Now it is a start installing. So now click install. uh, there is a name Urmila Chavan. What is the name actually? Is the same name or different name?
Hey, Mahesh, this is Amol actually. I'm
Amol.
using my sister's
Okay.
ID. Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I'm not student. English. So now installation is completed. Just click finish. Okay. So this is a very simple installation. This is a very simple installation. So service is installed successfully. Now go to run and check appwiz.cpl, and you can see that Zendesk. Guys, whether you install delivery controller, whether you install storefront, so the name is same. You cannot find out. మీరు ఏ ప్రోడక్ట్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేశారో మీకు తెలియదు, ఓన్లీ ఒకే నేమ్ కనబడుతుంది ఇక్కడ. అర్థమైందా? సో బీ కేర్ఫుల్ వెన్ యూఆర్ ఇన్స్టాలింగ్. అది మీకు చెప్పడానికి నేను ఓపెన్ చేశాను. ఓకే. సో we don't have any special names, and for a studio director like that will be only one name will be there, one product. Next guys, so let's move on to PPT. So guys, installation of the license service successfully completed, and the next one is Uptime license file. Uptime license file. Before Uptime license file, please understand, in Citrix we have many products are there: Zen Desktop, Zen App, Zen Server, Zen Mobile. So this license server, you can use it for Zen App, Zen Desktop, Zen Server, Zen Mobile. Not only for Zen App, Zen Desktop, we can use this license server for Zen Server licensing, Zen Mobile licensing also we can use it. Okay, these are other products. And now coming to, this is your communication, the license server communication. So the product contact license server using port number 27,000. So if the product contact means what? The license server communication port number is 27,000. So the product requesting the licensing from the vendor demand port number 7279. So that means licensing using of vendor demand port number, there is a 7279. And 8082 port number, the Citrix administrator connecting the license server administration console by using browser, the port number 8082. So example, if 8082 port number is not working, the user, the administrator is not managing the license server. If the port number is 7279 is down, it's not communicating, the license will not be used via vendor demand port number. If 27,000 port number is down, the delivery control will not able to communicate a license server. Do you understand, right, the relation of the port numbers?
Yes.
Next, so install license file. Guys, now Citrix is changed the complete process. We will not able to download any license file. మనం ఇప్పుడు డౌన్లోడే చేయలేం లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్ని. సో ప్లీజ్ అండర్స్టాండ్. సో లైసెన్స్ ఈజ్ స్టాప్డ్. సో ఇఫ్ యు install the license server, we will get a 30 days grace period, the evolution model that we can use it. So Citrix previously is providing the developer license. The developer license is completely cancelled. You got it the point? ఇప్పుడు మనకి లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్ లేదు, ఓన్లీ లైసెన్స్ సర్వర్ ఇన్స్టాల్ చేసాం తప్ప లైసెన్స్ ఫైల్ మన దగ్గర లేదు. సో Citrix recently stopped last 1 year. in 2020, so they stopped giving the developer licenses. Maybe very soon we'll get it or not, we don't know. Any update is not coming. So this is for your information. So if you want the actually license server, you can go to mycitrix.com. Please create your account. You have to fill your details and you can create, and you have to acquire the license file. You have to acquire the license file. That means you have to take the license file. That's a developer license. In normal paid license means you have to pay the amount and you have to get the license. So you know, right? Zenap we have a different license, and Zendesktop we have a different license, like Advanced Enterprise Platinum, VDI Enterprise Platinum license. The same model you need
Yes.
to buy it based on your convenience. Okay, Mahesh, which model you will be teaching? Big question vastadi kada. You have definitely question. So how you will teach without license? By default, when you are running for 30 days, is a complete all features we will get it. అన్ని ఫీచర్స్ మనం టెస్ట్ చేసుకోవచ్చు. వై? బికాస్ ఆఫ్ ఇట్ ఇస్ అ ఫ్రీ ఎడిషన్ ఫర్ 30 days. సో టుడే ఇన్స్టాల్ లైసెన్స్ సర్వర్, సో దట్ విల్ బీ అవైలబుల్ ఫర్ నెక్స్ట్ 30 days. I can use all the type of features without any delay. Are you okay now?
Okay, sir.
Next, you have to log into license administration console and you will get this kind of screen. So let me log into license administration console. So now in this server only we install license server. Go to start, Citrix license administration console. Now it's open with the browser. I told you, browser based license administration console you are connecting. See guys, 8082 port number. So by using 8082 port number only, I am connecting to license administration console. I am a Citrix admin, right? So you are also Citrix admin. Once you click on, you will get this port number. So for your information, in the PPT, they're explaining all the features one by one. Okay, I don't want to run the slide one by one. I'll directly explaining from the top to bottom all the features in one stretch. Okay, ఈ పీపీటీని రన్ చేసుకుంటూ చెప్పాలంటే ఏదైనా పాయింట్స్ మిస్ అవుతుంది. సో నేను అందుకని ఏం చేస్తానంటే, సిస్టమ్ ఇన్ఫర్మేషన్ నుంచి వెండర్ డిమాండ్ వరకు నేను అన్ని ఫీచర్స్ వన్ బై వన్ చెప్పుకుంటూ వెళ్ళిపోతాను. అన్ని ఫీచర్స్, ఆల్ ఫీచర్స్ ఐ విల్ బి ఎక్స్ప్లెయిన్ వన్ బై వన్ వితౌట్ గ్యాప్. అండర్స్టూడ్? So now coming to the lab. So guys, this is a management console. So now you are in dashboard. In the dashboard we have a alerts information and concurrent license. Guys, nowadays we are using concurrent. That's what concurrent license only using. It's showing. So now you can see here Citrix startup license server. That means what? So when we are installing license server, automatically startup license will be working. This is work for next 30 days. If you have any problem in the license server, we will get alerts like errors and warnings. At present, no alerts and warnings. Our Citrix license server is
Here are some results.
healthy. Now in the right side we have administration. Click on administration and you will get a login page, and you have to enter your credentials and log into the license administration console. So svc underscore ctx admin. The before that we need to type lab backslash because of our domain name, and password is cloud@123. Submit. So this is a system information. So guys, I told you, So Zenap product is different, and under that we have a component versions is different. Okay. So actual our license server version is 11.15 guys, 11.15. What is the port number for communication? 27,000. What is the display name? What is the host name? What is our domain name completely is visible here. And what is the IP address? This is a serial number and this is a MAC address details. Okay, this is a very basic information about your license server. Any questions here?
No.
Next, user configuration. At present, which user is managing the license server? SVC CTX admin. Because with this ID only we are install the license server. So he only can manage it. If you want, you can add additional users also from AD. You can add it. Example, I can click here, go to domain administrator, and what is the domain administrator name? Let's take example. Anyone username you can tell me? I think my name only. G Mahesh. Click save. See. So he is also become as an administrator. So like that you can provide access to anyone in your team to managing the services. Any questions now?
No Manish.
Go to alert configuration. This alert configuration, as I told you before in the dashboard, if any issues are coming in the license server, you will get this dashboard alerts like either warning and errors. So now is a critical and important. So in critical, some features are there. In important, some features are there. Example, some features are there. If vendor demand is down, so vendor service is down means you will get notification. If vendor demand could not be started, maybe service is not started, you will get alert. And your license is overutilized, you will get alert. 100% license are used, again you will get alert. If your concurrent license is expiring, you will get alert. So like that, if you have any expiration, not only get alert, before also you need to get reminder also. You will get reminder also. So example, if the person is dying means is a critical. If the person is kind of some heartbeat, he is important. So that means he is alive, but he is in a very bad situation. So like that example, if license is expiring today May 2nd, so after license expiring, you will get a notification, hey, your license is expiring means, no, guys, I'm going by bike some long drive. Unfortunately, my bike got stopped. After finding that, petrol is over. If company is providing a feature, a reserve capacity, reserve model, so in the full tank maybe 8 liters or 7 liters, 2 liters will be reserved and 5 liters will be on. Once 5 liters is gone, and when it reaches to the particular point, to the reserve point, automatically my bike will be stopped because of the petrol will be not connected to the engine. So again lever will be set to on to reserve, then again tank will be supply the petrol to my engine. So that means what it is called? It is indicating you. It is indicating you. So your fuel is only less compared to the over capacity, and you are using very less petrol, like a 2 liters. 2 liters means you have to calculate. So how many kilometers? So that in nearest petrol pump you have to fill it again. So the same way here we will get a expiring. Before that we can give the number of percentage and number of days. You will get alert. Maybe 7 days before, 15 days before, 1 month before you will get alert. So that before when you get alert, I can renew the services. I can fix the problem. Understood? So this is called important. Any questions here?
No.
Now coming to server configuration. So the server configuration, as I told you, So what is the port number we are managing the web management console? 8082. If you are changing, yes, you can please change the port number, your wish. So by default port number everywhere we are using 8082. And the number of how much time the login will be actively. So 30 minutes by default. After 30 minutes, if you're not using this console, automatically logged off. You know, right? Internet banking. If you're not using for a while, your session will be closed. This is a security feature. Same way here also, 30 minutes. If you want, you can reduce the time also, your wish. And how many people at a time you can connect to the license server management? 10 people. Maybe if you want to reduce also, you can reduce it. Not a big deal. So this is a secure web server. At present, we are running with HTTP. HTTPS is a secure protocol. So that whatever you are entering the information on the browser, that will be converted into the encrypted format. The data will be traveled to the destination. So nobody cannot read the information if the data is encrypted. It is a cryptography technique by using the protocol called HTTPS, port number 443. Yes, we are using this. And license server configuration, I told you, port number 27,000 is a communication port number. So maximum threshold and minimum threshold is a 10 and 5 for retrieving the licenses from the license server. If you want to change the license server port number 27,000, yes, you can change. And what port number you need to change? So 27,000, 27,001, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, up to 27,009, up to you can change it. Logging. So anybody is logging into the license administration console, you want to view the logs, you can check here. So that whoever managing and what he is doing and all activities will be monitored under the logs. And user interface is nothing but in the dashboard, you are seeing the concurrent license, right? You can see both activable license also. That means user license and device license also. Let's see. Select both and save the configuration. Now you can go to the dashboard and you can see concurrent license and activable license. Activable license means what? User license and device license. Understood?
Perfect.
Come back here onto the administration. So interface is completed. Final vendor daemon port number. So here, by using the vendor daemon port number, you are uploading the license file. As I told you before, if vendor daemon license is down, the license file cannot be uploaded and a license file cannot be read. So as I told you before, the license file you can download from mycitrix.com. Now Citrix is stopped. So if you have Citrix is stopped means I cannot do anything. Okay. So if anybody wants interested to how to renew the license, you can please visit my my YouTube channel. My previous videos are there. You can check that. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So that's it, guys. So I just completed my job to explain the license server. Now we can ask your questions. I didn't miss any topic. Almost all the features I touched.
Mahesh, the port numbers are default by enterprise level itself.
Anywhere, all the license model port numbers are same. No changes.
Okay.
So guys, come back. So the install license file we already discussed. License administration console we discussed. So this screenshot somebody is giving this PPT. So if you get a critical alert like this, warning and errors, and if you are uploading the license file, you will get this kind of license will be there. If anyone using the license, you will get this kind of number. And we have explained the dashboard very clearly, and server configuration we explained, and vendor daemon port also we explained. And so lab exercise 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4. So guys, if any pending, please let me know. So lab exercise 3.1, 3.2, 3.3, 3.4, whether I completed or not, please check and tell me.
Yeah, done, sir.
Okay. So now the next role is delivery controller role. So we will catch you on the next class. Okay. And please wait.